Right. So, we will start off with Rishika introducing the theme for today's session. What are we going to basically discuss? The pointers, the members who are present here from IMT Group in terms of IMT Hyderabad as a campus. Uh, and post that, we'll take up the questions. I'll tell you how we will go about the session. So, over to you, Rishika. You can start, and accordingly, we'll take up from there on.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, students. First of all, I would like to congratulate you all for making it to IMT Hyderabad. Welcome to the family, guys. We all are excited and all set to welcome the batch of 22-24 in a fully physical mode after 2 long years. So today in this session, we have our official representatives from the institute, Dhananjay sir and Anirban sir, along with the second year students. So let's have a quick introduction of the students from the second year. Abhishek, I would like you to start, please.
Hello everyone, I am Abhishek Mishra from the batch 21-23. I am pursuing PGDM in marketing and my minors is in operations right now. I am from Kolkata, so Kolkata people, you know whom to contact for any queries. So over to the next.
I'll go next. So hello everyone, welcome to IIT Hyderabad. My name is Aditi Goyal. I'm from Delhi and I am pursuing here PGDM. So for Delhi people, you can come and ask anything.
So I'm Anshul Khaitan and I'm pursuing my PGTM majors in finance. I'm from Calcutta and it's really good to interact with you for the very first time.
Hi guys, I'm Pooja. I'm in the second year. I'm majoring in finance and analytics, and I'm from Bangalore. So if anyone of you is from Bangalore, can definitely reach out to me for any help. Other people also can definitely reach out to me. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Shreya and I'm a student of PGDM Finance. My minor is Analytics. So welcome to the family.
And finally, guys, my name is Rishika and I'm a student of PGDM Core and I belong to the city of kebabs, so Lucknow. So you guys know what to do when you have this kebab craving. So yeah, so that's all about your seniors, like the few who are present here. And let's move further. So as we know, exactly 1 month is left for you all to arrive on campus. So we all have been receiving a lot of queries on different social media handles and all over the mail regarding a lot of things like arrival, hostel facilities, accommodation, mess, club committees, etc. So we have arranged this doubt clearing session for you all so that you can ask whatever you want to regarding all these things. And there's a small request that kindly listen to all these queries which are being answered carefully to have no further doubts about the same thing. And now I would like to request Anirban sir to please take it forward from here. Thank you.
Yeah, so a very good evening to one and all present here, right? My best wishes to my students who are present here. They all are in their internship, which I could find out. Some of you have come back from your office. I'm not very sure, but I could figure out Pooja maybe still in her office. I could make out from the back premises. And a welcome batch 22-24. 22-24, to be very honest, is a very unique batch because we are welcoming a batch of students physically on campus after 2 years. So let me tell you, the entire campus, in terms of officials, in terms of people, everybody on campus is geared up and they are very, very enthusiastic in again welcoming new students physically on campus. Now about this session, see, we have been flooded with emails, phone calls, different lines on the social medias where people want to know things, and which is very common. I mean, if we were being in your situation, we would have also tried understanding things in depth and try to have more clarification because we'll be traveling from far off distances. So we need to understand how will things move, what we need to carry, when do we need to be present, right? What would happen after I reach there? Who is going to take care of me, right? Who are the other people who are going to stay with me in the hostel, right? So all these things are very, very common things. So we thought basically this idea came up from your previous batch. I mean, the batch whom your students are here, Shreya, Abhishek, Rishika, Aditi, they all came up with this idea. Why don't we do a session with all these people so that we can give them the entire information in a nutshell, and people are very, very clear on these aspects. We immediately took up their idea because we felt they were in the same pair of shoes a year back. So they are the best people to judge, okay, what kind of session and what kind of anxiety students will have before coming to campus. So let us immediately do this session with all the people from batch 20 to 24. So that's the overall concept of this particular session, why we are doing it. Moving ahead, I'll just tell you this session we'll be doing it in a very informal way, right? With a formal flavor, of course, right? And you can ask your questions. We have given you the license that you can unmute yourself. And if any one of you are in a position to switch on your video, we would definitely encourage that. You can always switch on your videos. We would like to see you, right? Because anyway, we did online interview process this year, so there was no physical interview process. Most of you guys we have not seen. So if you want to switch on your videos, you're good to go with that. You can ask your questions, you can unmute, or you can put in the chat. However, what I would like to tell you is, let me cover some of the pointers which I have thought across along with the inputs of the team which are here. I mean, Rishika, Abhishek, Shreya, Aditi, they have given us some inputs that we can cover. These are the queries which are coming. So let us talk about these particular pointers. So let me cover those particular pointers, post which individual queries, anything related to information which you want before coming to campus, we would be happy to take it up, right? So I would just request you not to post your questions right now in the chat because we may lose a track of it. So once I'm done on one part, I'll give you that space wherein any one of you having any question on that particular section, you can always come up with that. And then we move on to the next particular component. Are we clear on this? Are we all good? Can we go in this particular format?
Yes, sir. Good to go.
This question is basically to students from batch 20 to 24. So I would like to have responses from you guys.
Yes, sir. Clear.
Yes,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So this cannot be a monologue where I'll keep on talking. It has to be a discussion forum. Now, see, I'll start with the reporting and the registration process, right? Now, all of you are aware here that the program is starting from June 20, and June 18 and June 19 are the dates which have been allocated to you, wherein you can report on campus. Now, what I mean by this is full day of June 18 and full day of June 19, you can make your logistics plan in such a way that you reach on campus. We would appreciate and rather suggest if you are arriving to campus within the daylight, right? Do not make a plan where you're reaching campus at night 11, right? That is something which is not appreciated. See, we on a one-off case, say somebody is coming from a location where you do not have any other option, that's the single option, right? That is something else. But in a common scenario, we would all suggest you to come to campus or reach campus during the daytime. Now, how will it happen is once you reach the main gate of the campus, main gate of IMT Hyderabad, you need to show your copy of the offer letter and an identification document. The identification document, we would appreciate if you can show the same document which you have uploaded, right? Because the security people will have a information on that. If it is possible for you, show that. If it is not possible, in fact, you are not carrying that same identification document, you have to furnish some other identification document along with a copy of the offer letter which you have received. Based on that, from the security office of the main gate, they will give you an envelope. Now, what is this envelope all about? This is basically wherein you have all the information pertaining to which is your hostel room, which is that block, right? So that envelope will have all these information. So what I mean by that is your hostel rooms are pre-allocated Now, once I talk about hostel rooms, I'm sure all of you present here are aware, but I would like to reiterate that fact that IMT Hyderabad is one institute among the entire IMT group which only offers single occupancy accommodation. If any two of you are from the same place, or you might be friends from last 20 years and coming up and say we would like to stay in the same room, we only can say you sorry, because we do not have that option. It is only single occupancy accommodation that will be provided to each and every student on campus. So when you reach the campus gate, you tell them about it, show them your offer letter and get your envelope, which will help you in understanding which is your hostel room that's allocated to you and where is that block. And there would be representatives who will guide you how to reach that block, right? Because there's an entire pathway in the campus. I'm not very sure how many of you have been to campus IMT Hyderabad or have seen videos. It's a 30-acre operational campus, right? So you will be guided to the hostel block, and you will have people or security out there who will again help you in which floor your room is and how do you reach there. Now, once we have understood this particular process, the hostel allotment and all, the next is what are the things which are going to be there in the room and what all do we need to bring along with us, right? That's the second relative component. See, in your room which will be allocated to you, you will have the bed, I mean the cot, which we understand. You will have a wardrobe, which is kind of a wall wardrobe which we have seen. There will be a study table, a study chair, and there will be a cabinet, which I mean is a kind of a bedside unit. Is that all? Anything else which I'm missing out? Pujashree, Rishika, anything else which is there in the hostel room? Am I missing out anything?
No, sir.
Right. Thank you. So those things will be there. Now, you need to get your own mattress, pillow, bucket, and all those stuff. So the moment we hear this, the question pops up, now how do we procure that? It's not possible that I'm coming from Jaipur, I carry my mattress, pillow and all. That's not feasible. So there will be counters which will be put up in between the hostel blocks, from where you can procure your mattress, your pillow, your buckets and all other such kind of stuffs which you require on a daily basis, and which it's not always possible to get it from your hometown, from where you're traveling. So you can procure those items. There's a nearby location which is called as Shamshabad. By now many of you have identified that location, because I got a lot of calls that can we book a hotel in Shamshabad? It is the nearest location which is coming up in the map. Yes, that's the right way of doing it. You can put up book your hotels in that area. There are a lot of ample number of decent hotels out there, and that's a location where you will find a lot of these kind of items which you can purchase. So that's around 7 kilometers from the institute, and you have frequent autos and cabs which moves in between this particular place, Shamshabad and institute. So you can also procure things from there, and you can set up your room. Now we are done with that. Now we have seen as per our experience in last couple of years, almost close to 10 years, that 80-85% students, if not more than that, are accompanied by their parents, or maybe their brothers or sisters or cousin who stays in Hyderabad, or they have come to leave their brother, sister, or kids, or son, daughter, right? Whichever way we want to take it up. They can be with you in the campus, but they will not be allowed to stay with you on the campus at night. So let us be very clear on this, and let us not come up with any kind of request and moving forward, because we will not have that kind of a provision. So try to understand, if any one of you is accompanied by your mother, or accompanied by your father, or accompanied by both your parents, they can be with you. Suppose you're reaching campus on 18th morning or 18th afternoon, they can be with you till evening, but they cannot stay with you overnight on campus. Fine. So I hope I have made that point very clear. In case they are helping you to set up your room, to procure things, and in the evening you want to go back with them in this hotel, you want to stay overnight and come back on 19th, that is possible. However, there is some permission component related to you, so that you have to take those necessary permission and then go out and stay with them, because we need to know that you have already come and registered and you are supposed to stay on campus. So the entire security, the warden should be aware of this fact, that you are not staying on campus on that night and you are going with your parents, right? So that is something which is important for us to know. So that particular process or that protocol you have to follow. Otherwise, you can go with your parents, right, and stay out for that night and again come back on 19th. Now, people who are coming on 19th, we would suggest not to do that, because your inaugural ceremony is on 20th and it starts by 9:30, and it's the first day of your post-graduation program, a very memorable day of your life going to happen, right? And you'll cherish those memories throughout. So I'll not appreciate, or I'll never suggest the fact that you stay overnight with your parents. In case you are late in coming morning, you'll not be able to make it to the inaugural ceremony at the proper time. And why I'm saying is this is, let us be very clear on this fact. If the inaugural ceremony starts at 9 in the auditorium, it is sharp 9. So we will not allow people coming at 9:10, 9:15. So let us be very clear. So you have to be on campus the previous night, set up things, have breakfast in the morning, reach the auditorium as it will be told to you. Now, all these information we are currently discussing, but eventually will be shared with you. Could be over email formats, could be any other formats, but it will be shared with all of you in terms of how it will go and in terms of the schedule. Now, see this particular, when you join the program, what we are saying that the program will commence from 20th, and many of you might have come across this word MOP. How many of you here from the 22-24 batch have come across this word MOP? If you might have spoken with me over a call, or you might have spoken with Divya ma'am or Sonali ma'am, or maybe with your seniors, and they have told you about this MOP program, at least you have heard about it, this term. How many of you can I have a quick response? Anybody here who has come across this terminology MOP? Can I get a quick response?
Yes, sir, I have heard about MOP.
So you're Akash, right?
Yes, sir.
So Akash, what is this MOP? I mean, does it have a full form? What do you understand? What is your
I think it's the orientation to get to know about the college and the faculty and all.
Okay. Noted. Anybody else? I see almost close to 140 students out here.
Hello, sir. Good evening. Akash again. I think it is management orientation program.
Okay, good. So the IMT Hyderabad has a very specific name to this management orientation program. Can any one of you tell me what is that name?
Sir, it is Abhyuday.
Yes, Rupam.
Yes, Abhyuday.
Very good, Rupam. Very good. Yes, that's correct. It's called as Abhyuday. It is the name which is given to the MOP program which is conducted by IMT Hyderabad.
Yes.
Right. Thank you, Rupam. Thank you. So now let us understand what is this MOP and what will happen here. Right. Now it is basically a 2-week program. MOP is a 2-week program. So it starts from June 20 and it moves on for 2 weeks. Now, why is this program conducted? That's the first place we need to understand. See, let us understand that all the students of these institutes come from almost close to, let me give you an example of IMT Hyderabad in this context. You'll have students almost from 21, 22 states, right? If I'm not wrong, almost close to in between 90 to 115 odd cities. So that's the diversity in the batch. This is in terms of your geographical location. There is a lot of diversity in terms of, we talk about academic background. People coming from BTech with different options, people coming from BCom, BBA, BSc, liberal arts, correct? People coming from law background, because now we have incorporated the diversity in the selection process. So your batch will have more diversity. Now, this MOP is done to bring this diversified people to a common management platform. That's the overall objective of MOP. And through that, what do we do is, there has to be ice-breaking sessions wherein people start working together, right? So you have somebody who is coming from Indore, somebody from Patna, somebody from Kerala, somebody from Jaipur, different cities, different states. You have to bring people to a common management platform. In terms of academics, they have to be at the same level before you start the term 1 classes, and they have to be mutually together. in terms of working on assignments, projects, and case studies, and so on and so forth. Now, once I say that, now let us move into a little deep in terms of what exactly happens in the MOP. I have given you a holistic approach of the objective of MOP. Some of the subjects which you can expect to be taught to you in MOP, right, would be, say, financial accounting, business statistics, right, economics, principles and perspectives of management. Now, there could be some student who is coming from a BCom background, well versed with accounting, right? He'll say, why am I taught all these things? I have already studied. Now, try to understand, there are students from say mathematics or a statistics background who may not have adequate information about it. So once tomorrow we put them in a group and you start working, you would expect that that guy can contribute only because if he has some idea of accounting, right? So that's the purpose. Similarly, you may not have adequate information on stats or maths, right? So you're put into classes where you will be taught basic mathematics, business statistics. Now, these particular financial accounting or these kind of business statistics is not always the normal stat which we have studied. This is basically how to interpret things through those models and how do we make an informed decision out of the data which is available. Now, once these subjects are taught, there are certain other components which also needs to be shared with you. Say, for example, how do you handle databases, right? I'm sure your seniors will be with me on this particular point. There are several databases which they have an access. Now, you need to be oriented on what are these databases and how do you make use of it. So for that, what is this database and how to use it? That is what needs to be shared with you. Post that only, you will have a fascination to that database and you will start extracting information out of it. So it becomes meaningful for you, right? Now, see, in our 10th, 12th, in our graduation, we have been taught in a different way. B schools, in this league of B schools particularly, right, they will teach you in a different format. So you need to understand the pedagogy. What is this pedagogy all about and how will I be taught? And what will people expect from me when I am sitting in a class? How do I contribute to that class? Because you have something called class participation marks, right? So what are all these things? That will be taken. There will be separate sessions in MOP where people will be guiding you on these particular components. Now, moving ahead, as I said, ice-breaking sessions will be there and all. Along with that, there are two very important things which we will bring in this particular MOP. One is panel discussion, wherein you will find senior corporate dignitaries. They will come and they'll be part of panel and they'll be talking to you guys on different topics and they will try to understand what is the kind of ground that you are in, and you need to be taken to this particular level. So how do we bridge this gap, right? And you will have several questions which you can put across to them and they'll be happy to answer those questions. So these are kind of panel discussions. Now, along with the panel discussions, one more very important thing is called as distinguished speaker series, right? See, tomorrow, post this program, when you're entering into corporates, there are certain expectations that corporates are having out of you guys. So you should be knowing it from day one, what is expected out of you, so that you can create your own roadmap and you can plan things accordingly, right? It's very important that you manage things at this level because time management is one of the factors which you will have a concern in the initial days. Okay. So we will try to orient you in these particular ways so that moving ahead when the term class started, you are all set and you are good to go. Now, once this MOP ends, there is a very interesting component which your seniors have missed. We did that, if I'm not wrong, last in 2019, post that 2020 batch and 2021, we could not do it. It is called an outbound training program, where you are taken to a different location, you're taken to a different place, right? And there are several events which are conducted there. Trust me, you will never forget that day. I have been in so many outbound trainings. It's something which we have never experienced. Maybe some of you could have experienced, but that is something which all of us look forward to, the outbound training program post MOP. you will like it. So here I mostly cover what is happening in MOP, what is all about, and post that we will move on to your term classes. So we will have the registration for the term 1, right? Official registration process, and then we start off with the term classes from 4th July. I'll come to the documentation part, what all documents you need to bring. But before that, I'll take a pause and I'll try to understand if any one of you have any kind of queries or any information related to you coming to campus, which I'll term as reporting, getting your hostel allocation, understanding those phase, and then moving to the MOP program. I'll take a pause and I'll try to see if there are any things which we need to address. Yes.
Good evening, sir. I have a doubt. Sir, like when we'll arrive, so if I'm not bringing my parents along, so do we have to bring any documents of their like identification document card and
I'll come to
Aadhaar card?
that. I'll come to that. Documents part, I will come.
Okay, sure.
I'll address
sure,
that.
Sure.
What all documents we need in terms of your academic documents, other documents we'll take. I'll address that part. Yes.
Okay, sir. Yeah.
Good evening, sir.
Okay.
Yes, please go ahead.
Good evening, sir. I'm from Lucknow, and I just had one query. I am actually coming from Lucknow alone by myself. So I just wanted to ask that from the airport to the campus, what is the convenient commute?
Okay. So good that you raised this question. I had a separate discussion where I planned that I would take up this logistics part. But anyway, let me answer it for all of you. See, IMT Hyderabad is located at a very close proximity to airport, right?
Anirban?
Yes, sir.
Kindly allow the student to answer this. Let Abhishek and others answer how they come from the airport to the campus, and then you answer.
Right, sir.
Maybe Abhishek or anybody else, our seniors, they can answer.
Rishika, you're from Lucknow. You want to answer this?
Okay, I'll take this up. Hi, Sakshi. So our this college is situated like very near to the airport. So don't worry about that. It's like hardly 15 to 20 minutes from the airport. So you'll be having you'll get cabs very easily, and then you can just come to the campus. There'll be no problem for the transportation purpose.
Okay, thank you.
So I have a query. Hello.
Yeah. So are we done with Sakshi's question? Have we responded? I mean, Sakshi, is that all?
Yes, sir. That's it for now. Thank you.
Right. Yes.
Hi, sir. This is Vasudev. Okay. Go on. Yeah, we were in line.
Yeah. Could you also tell, like, for the students who are coming by train?
Okay. Anybody here from the senior batch would like to take up this question, or otherwise I would answer that. Any one of you ever traveled from Secunderabad station to campus? Then only you can share this answer.
Not actually traveled, but I have friends traveling through train, and it's the same. We book a cab or we have booked a cab till the campus. I am not sure about any other transportation.
Anirban, you answer this. हमारे students सब flight से ही आते हैं.
So I'll just take up this. I mean, see, from Secunderabad station, you can straight away book a cab, right? And you can come to IMT Hyderabad campus. It will take round about an hour to 1 hour 15 minutes, and you can directly reach the campus. So it's better that from the station outside only there are ample cabs. So you book a cab, it will take maximum 1 hour to 1 hour 15 minutes depending on the normal traffic condition, and you will reach IMT Hyderabad campus. Is that what you were looking forward to, or anything else?
Sir,
somebody.
Sir, if this same for the Hyderabad Deccan station also?
Yes. See, all the stations which you see in Hyderabad, Secunderabad station, Deccan, and all those are more or less equal. I mean, IMT Hyderabad distance will be kind of same, 10-15 minutes here and there, but it's all the same.
Sir, I have a question.
Okay, I have one more query. Yes, so are we allowed personal vehicle inside the campus?
This has to be answered by people who are currently staying on campus.
Okay.
Yes. Anybody? Anjali, Pooja, Abhishek, Aditi, you have to answer this question.
No, Anirban, you can answer because maybe these guys are not local guys. So somebody from Hyderabad may be asking this question.
No, actually, I'm not from Hyderabad.
Yeah. So you can have your personal vehicle and you can park it at the designated place. Absolutely no issue.
Okay, so like, do we have to write any undertaking or something, or we are
No undertaking. You can get your vehicle on campus.
Yes, so there is no undertaking, but let me tell you, you have once you park your documents, before that you need to submit a copy or maybe show your vehicle documents to the administration department, because try to understand, don't take me otherwise, we need to know whether you are the owner of that vehicle or not, right? So you can even park a two-wheeler. Even there are students who have their four-wheeler on campus also, so that's allowed. But you have to have your right set of documents, and that needs to be produced to the administration department for the approval. Correct?
Okay, thank you.
Right.
Yeah, thank you.
Anything else, or else we will move to the
Sir, I am coming by train to Secunderabad on 18th. Sir, I am Rupam from Durgapur.
Yes, Rupam.
I am coming by East Coast train on 18th eve.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir. It will reach by 5 or 5:15, including the delay. So
Correct.
after that, will I get a cab from Secunderabad to?
Yes, you can get it. You can get it.
Achha. In the evening, after reaching, it will be around 7 or so.
See, East Coast generally comes, if I'm not wrong, somewhere by 5:30 in the evening. Correct?
5:15, 5:30. Yes, that's
right. So if that's coming on the right time, you will be there on campus by 7:30.
Achha. Then will I have to ask for permission?
Which permission? What permission?
Within 7, you told that we will have to reach.
No. We will make a note of it. Generally, what we do is, as a practice, we will share a kind of Google Doc to understand people coming on 18th and people coming on 19th. So we have a pre-count of that, right? So we will float a Google Doc. That's a very every year we do that, wherein we'll try to capture details of people who are coming on 18th and people who are coming on 19th. So you can mention those details in the document once that reaches you.
Okay.
Right?
And after that means,
I need to add something here.
Yeah.
I mentioned, like, I was the one to put that message that you have to reach between 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Like, it is suggested to reach because all the onboarding will happen easily, and all the faculties and the respected admin people will be available. Like, after that period, it is not like you can't come to the college, you can, but there will be little lag in the onboarding, that's all.
Correct.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yes, please.
Sir, what will be the dress code for the classes that are scheduled to take place from July 4th? Hello?
Anybody? Yeah. Anybody from students' end? You would like to take up this question?
I'll answer this.
Yeah.
Irrespective of your gender, you would have to wear full pants and shoes in the academic block. And I would suggest you wear a t-shirt bare minimum, and anything. You can wear ethnic, you wear Indian, anything, but you have to be covering your legs with shoes. Your slippers are not allowed in the academic block. Other than the academic block, there's no such dress code, but we expect you to follow a basic decent dress code in the campus itself.
Yeah, okay. Also, and what about laundry?
Okay, let me answer the first question and I'll cover the second part as well.
Yeah.
See, in terms of your dress code, let me divide it in terms of, one is your inaugural ceremony and then your normal course. Right? See, inaugural ceremony, you have to be in formals. Right? Okay. Now, in your normal days of classes, when your normal classes are going on an everyday basis, you are allowed to wear smart casuals in the classroom. So in the academic block where Abhishek mentioned, academic block is in your classrooms, LRC, right, faculty cabins and all these areas, you are not allowed in half pants. So it has to be full trousers and t-shirts, correct?
Okay.
And there would be days where you would be required to wear formals or there is a corporate connect session, there is some kind of events, which is a very, very formal and a corporate event. So you would be required to wear formals on those particular days, Right?
Okay.
Otherwise, in normal classes, you are allowed to wear smart casuals and you can attend your class. So that's the first part of the question.
Anirban, I just like to add one point here.
Yes.
There's a lot of discussion on a dress. So IMT Hyderabad follows a system where you dress to the occasion, and I think you are smart enough to understand what you mean by dress to the occasion. So dress to the occasion. That's it.
Yes,
No
sir,
restrictions, nothing.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead, Anirban.
Right.
Sir,
And
I have a query.
yeah, if I can just answer the second part of the previous question and then I'll take up yours. Right.
Okay, sir.
Now, there was a question, I am not very sure it was asked by whom, but in terms of the laundry facility, right? Now, there is a paid laundry service wherein the person comes on alternate days or maybe on a daily basis. And from room wise, they'll take up their clothes, and it's a pair basis where people pay. And accordingly, he will again wash, iron, and return back to you the clothes. Is that correct? Any one of you, Rishika, Aditi, and Pooja, anything you want to comment on this?
Yes, sir. There will be, like we call them Dobi Akka and Dobi Anna. Dobi Akka collects for girls' hostel, and Dobi Anna collects for boys' hostels. So they will come at least twice or thrice a week. So, and they will collect it according to your room wise. They note down your rooms, etc. And when they are giving back your dresses or clothes, they will you have to make the payment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. Somebody.
Thank you.
Right.
Yes, sir. So I have a query. Can I ask?
Yeah.
Anirban, sir, I had a query.
Yeah, can we take up one question at a time? Yes.
Yes, sir. So the question is, my last
Guys, just one moment. One observation. So I see somebody by name Ritik Saxena having the photo or DP of Shah Rukh Khan. I think Ritik, you are smart enough to have your own profile picture there, right?
Yes, sir,
or let's be anonymous. Why have Shah Rukh Khan? You are your own Shah Rukh Khan, right?
So that is very, very old, 10 to 11 years.
Yes, Anirban, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just, question, yes.
So my last final year exam is on 18 June.
Okay.
I'm a third year student from Allahabad University.
Okay.
And the problem is, it takes approximately 25 hours to reach Hyderabad by train. And there is only one train on 18 June at night. And on 19, every single flight will approximately make me reach before 9 o'clock. So there's a slim chance that I will be able to reach on night of 19 June. Can I reach on 20th? Morning of 20?
No, let me understand it in a, like you are in your final year and you have your final year exams on 18th. That much I'm clear, right?
Yes,
and
sir.
I could also understand that you are from Allahabad, right?
Nani, Anirban, I'll answer his question. It's very clear. So you can come on 20th. There is absolutely no problem.
Okay, sir.
You can reach the campus on 28th. We are suggesting the candidates to reach on 18th and 19th, but we will be welcoming you on 20th as well, because we know that there are a few candidates who would be coming on 20th as well.
Correct.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I need to know one more. Sir, apart from cabs, are there any city buses available from airport to the college?
From airport, are there? From airport? What is that?
Any city buses available from airport to the college?
No. City buses from airport directly to campus, there are no such city buses. But you will get, like what we have said, ample number of different types of cabs.
Nahi, Anirban, for people who want to avail bus service, there is an option. So we have these AC buses for which you can book your, the moment you are coming out of the airport, the place where you have the option to book your cabs, you also have the counter to book government TSRTC buses, which are AC buses. So you can book that, then you have to get down at Shamshabad, and then from Shamshabad you have to book an auto and reach the campus.
Correct. That is there. You can come to Shamshabad to buy that bus, and then from Shamshabad you can take an auto.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, till when can we apply for the refund?
Dhananjay sir, if you want to take up this?
You can apply for refund as per the AICTE norms. Whatever AICTE says, we follow.
Sir, can you tell the specific date by which we can apply?
See, I cannot comment on the date, but what I have heard is AICTE is allowing candidates to apply for refund till August end. So if it is August end, it applies to you. If it is September first week, it also applies to you.
And how much refund will we get?
You'll be getting the refund. So in case a candidate applies for refund now, you get your money back minus 1,000 rupees, which is processing fee. In case a candidate
apply, yes.
In case a candidate applies for refund, let's say you spend about 20 days on campus and then you apply for refund. So we would be deducting the hostel charge on a retrospective basis for the number of days you spent on campus, and your money will be refunded.
No, suppose if we apply for refund in first week of August, so how much percentage, if you can tell approx percentage of refund that we will get?
I cannot be very specific, but what I can say is if for one term you are paying some fee, the fee has got two components, academic fee as well as the hostel fee. So whatever is the retrospective deduction for the number of days spent on campus, academic plus hostel, that will be deducted.
But sir, in the breakup of fee, hostel fee is not mentioned separately. So how will we know what is the hostel fees and how will we calculate per day fees?
The academic fee is 11 lakh something, or I think 9 lakhs or 11 lakhs something. I think that component is mentioned there.
Okay.
Right, and whatever is the
it's 9 lakh or 11 lakhs, because there is a major difference of 2 lakhs.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. हाँ, Abhishek बोलो.
Sir, can I answer Pranay's question for this?
Yes, you can answer.
Pranay, as sir mentioned, just follow the AICTE guidelines. जैसा AICTE guidelines में लिखा रहेगा, the college will follow the same. If a last date is given, जहाँ तक 100% refund, you will get 100% refund. After that, some amount would be deducted, and that percentage would be mentioned by the college after that last date. So please just refer to the AICTE guidelines. You will be able to figure out everything.
Okay.
Sir, I have a query extension for the last query. The city bus. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sir, I have a query for the city bus again, but not from the airport side, but from the city side. So if there is any AC buses or kind of buses that will leave on Samshabad from the city, from Hyderabad, Deccan and to Samshabad.
See, from Samshabad, you will get buses across Hyderabad, and from different places, not only from Secunderabad station, across different locations of Hyderabad, you will get ample number of buses coming to Samshabad.
The nearest station would be Samshabad for us.
Anirban, मैं बताता हूँ. There is a bus service. Number is 251. 251 by L, which operates from Secunderabad and it reaches Samshabad.
Okay.
And in the same way, you have multiple options to come from Nampalli, which is Hyderabad, to Samshabad. And from there, you have to take a cab or auto to reach the campus.
Yes, sir. Clear.
Sir, I had a query actually, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I had actually two queries. The first one is, sir, what are the documents required during the 18th, 20th?
I have to speak on that. Till now, I have not covered
Okay,
that.
sir. Okay,
So
sir.
I was
And the
just taking
second
up-
query is that if some seats are vacant, for example, in a marketing department, and a person wants to choose, like he's in finance and wants to try marketing, can he, if the seats are vacant, can he be allowed to do that?
Sir, I would like to take this. This was the same scenario with me. So nothing can be guaranteed as of now. I was admitted for PGDM Financial Management and I applied for PGDM approval. After my registration process, I have dropped away to the college admission department. And seats were available there. I got a seat. So it completely depends upon your batch and the size of your batch and the chances. If the seats are vacant, you will be allotted, or else you will be continuing with the same program which you are allotted now.
Okay, ma'am, got it. Thank you.
Good
Sir,
evening.
I have a query.
Sir, I have a query.
Yes, please. Yeah, tell me.
Sir, are we allowed
Tell
to? Sir, are we allowed to keep an electric kettle in our hostel rooms?
Are they allowed, Anjali?
Sir, let Pooja answer this.
No,
Let
sir.
Pooja
No,
answer
sir.
this.
Yes, sir. And Pooja is the best person to answer this.
Hello.
You're not supposed to keep any kind of electric items such as kettle, iron box, portable washing machine, nothing. All the facilities will be given in the hostel premises and college premises.
Okay, thank you.
Sir, can I add a thing for those who are coming by train? Since many of them will think that a cab will cause them a bomb, they can just take an MMTS train from Secunderabad and they can come to Shamshabad, and from there they can take cab for IMT, which will cost little. It's a good option. They can just.
Okay, is this Harsha answering?
Yes, sir.
Harsha, but sorry, services MMTS till Shamshabad, is it operational?
I think yes, sir.
No, I think the services are only till Falaknuma.
Okay.
तो मुझे वो पता नहीं है, that you have to check. Otherwise, what you suggested is a very good option.
Sir, I have a query, sir. One last query, sir.
Yeah. Out of this, I'll tell you one thing which I have been observing from last 7 and 8 years in terms of people coming from different places. I'll tell you that. I have seen that we have created this WhatsApp group. Moving ahead, I have seen people who are coming from same locations come together, book the same cab and reach campus. This has been my experience, let me tell you, from last 8 years, right? I've seen 4 of them writing in the group, I'm waiting for you in the airport. What time your flight reaches, we will catch up and we will come to campus. Same things. So maybe this is a solution, very good option which Harsha has given, but I'm sure moving ahead, what I'm telling will be there. That will eventually happen, right? I have seen that. Yes. So can we move on to the documents part, and then again?
Sir, one last query, sir.
So one last question, if you allow.
We will be there to answer your questions. Don't worry.
Okay, sure.
Right.
अनिर्बन आंसर कर दो क्योंकि अभी खत्म हो जाएगा ना. लास्ट 2 क्वेश्चन ले लो.
So actually, sir, like it won't be possible every time to give a clothes for laundry. So, sir, if we happen to wash our own clothes, so sir, can we have this iron facility in our room? Like, can we get an iron from the college?
अनिर्बन मैं आंसर करता हूँ. So see, officially you're not allowed to have iron. Unofficially I can't comment. You better understand. Can we go to the next question?
Okay, sir.
Sir, any grooming standard we have to maintain, like the hair length or?
Please repeat the question.
Do we have any grooming standard specific to maintain, like throughout our college?
I think I answered this when I said dress to the occasion. You also need to present yourself to the occasion. So I need not tell you in the class ki how your nails have to be kept and how you have to comb your hair and I think you are coming here to become a manager. So let us at least practice basic etiquettes and basic grooming habits.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Sir, one query.
Hello, sir.
One question, sir. Hello.
Okay, I took permission from Anirban to allow you for 2 more questions. This is the last one. Anirban will take the call and then he'll go to the next part. Anirban, all yours.
So just one quickly, but I don't know if you answered this, but does IMT have a suit like we're supposed to order, because everyone's wearing blue color in the brochure?
No, we do not have a color of ours. It's the colors which students they have bought on their own. So maybe by default you could see a picture wherein all 4 of them or 5 of them were wearing the same color suit. But then that's not a prescribed color by our end. But yes, of course, suits you will always procure or buy which are official suits to the organization. Movement and all. That's what.
And Anirban, IMT is very bad in stitching suits for its students. It wants to suit their character, not the suits and
other. But suits are mandatory.
Never get into that. We will never get into those colors. Okay.
Sir, suits are mandatory. But...
Sir, I have a question.
No, I'm sorry, Dhaval, I'll take up your question. If not only yours, all questions, we are here for that particular purpose only. Let me just talk about the documents because people need to know that, because they have to, it's only a month which is left. So they have to really work on that in case there are certain documents which they do not have. Right? Now, one set of documents will be your academic documents.
Anirban, sorry to stop you, boss. Sorry, really sorry. But a question hai Shreya se. I think Shreya has put a question in the chat. Is food available on campus on 18th afternoon or only from 20th? So guys, please understand, food is available for you and your parents from 18th morning, breakfast, lunch, snacks and dinner, right? Whereas your parents only need to stay, have to make their own accommodation for stay at the night. They can even stay with you on 19th on campus. On 28th, all the parents have to leave the campus. But food is available for the students from 18th morning onwards. Yeah, Anirban, go ahead.
Yeah. Actually, that is the reason, sir, we circulate this Google Doc to get an understanding of the numbers in terms of breakfast, lunch, dinner, and all. That's
Correct.
what the purpose of sharing this Google Doc. Now, having said that, we move on to the documents. See, there are certain documents in terms which are pertaining to your academic part, your 10th mark sheet, 10th documents, your 12th mark sheet, and all those. Now, let me tell you, you have to bring your originals, right? Please be very clear on that. We would require photocopies. If required, we'll keep your originals to verify those. But please bring your originals. Do not come here and say that we do not have the original. It is there at home. Please bring your originals, your graduation mark sheet and degree certificate. If some of you who have not got your degree certificate, a PDC or a provisional degree certificate is good to go, but try to understand it is provisional for 1 year. That is why the name is provisional. So if you have not applied for your degree certificate, you better apply for it. So meanwhile, we are good with the provisional degree certificate, but you would need that. And let me very clear to you, for any postgraduate program, you would have to submit under any circumstances, you have to submit the degree certificate, at least before moving to your second year. Otherwise, people will not accept. So you apply for it. People who are
sorry to interrupt.
Yes.
So do we also need the migration and
I'll come to that. I'll come to that. Post that, you come up with your questions. Yes. See, people who have completed their post-graduation, there could be some students here who have also completed your post-graduation. You can also bring those documents, right? They may not be in the part of your eligibility factor documents, but they are also always part of your add-on value documents, which you can always share with the institute that you have attended this postgraduate program as well. People who are freshers or they are in your final semester or final year, correct? Many of you might not all are having the PDC, provisional degree certificate. Kindly talk to the institute and try to understand from your college or university where you have studied, okay, when is the provisional degree certificate expected? How can you apply for that, right? At least you should try to get your final year mark sheet. Now, there are students here, I'm very sure, who are yet to give your final semester as well. And some of you present here, the final semester exam is going to happen in the month of June, end of June, or maybe at some universities, they are planning in first week of July also, right? So in that case, we know that it is happening. So we will not behind you for that you give your mark sheet. How will you give your mark sheet if the institute or the college from where you have studied has not given, right? So we will give you at the first phase, we will give you time till 30th of September, 30th of September to furnish your final year mark sheet, right? The 30th September, keep that in mind, right? If there is an extension to it, that extension will be done based on AICT or UGC guidelines. Yes, there are certain 3-4 universities who have conducted their exams a little late and their results are not yet out. There is a delay in that particular. And if you are from such university, you will be obviously given that particular extension. Otherwise, it is 30th September if the particular university from where you have studied has already announced the results. Am I clear on this particular part? Moving ahead, I'll cover other part of the documents. Is this graduation part clear to all of you?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Parul.
Sir, but as you say of mark sheet, all we got is a PDF or maybe a screenshot, like it was online.
Yes, so that is fine, but then you have to apply for the mark sheet. You should have the mark sheet, right?
So the original mark sheet is like I'm from Delhi University. All they give is a proper degree, but in that scores are not mentioned. Only like the course name and all of the formalities, but the as of marks and CGPA or grades or something, that is only in the PDF that is given.
Can I answer this? I'm so sorry.
Yes, Aditi.
Parul, have you graduated this year or like it has been like a few years?
Yeah, hi Aditi. I graduated in the year 2020.
Okay, so actually you won't be getting your degree anytime soon. So what I have done till now is I have taken a copy of my mark sheets, all my mark sheets, and I got it signed by my college.
Okay.
So and I take them as official documents. There's no need to there's no need to apply for mark sheets.
But I got my degree like yesterday only, and along with the mark.
It's good if you've got it. Otherwise, there's no need to get the degree on time. You can use those mark sheets only, online mark sheets only.
Like I have the degree, but I don't have the the marks or the grades required.
You won't get a mark sheet at all from DU. What I've gotten is I've collected the mark sheets and I'm using them as they are. You won't be getting a proper mark sheet from DU, not at all.
Hello, Aditi. I have a question if you allow me to ask.
Yes, Sumit.
Actually, I graduated from Delhi University in 2021, and what they have given is a PDF in which the marks have been mentioned of all semesters. But I don't have that degree, and when I inquired in the college, they are saying that you will be getting nowhere sooner than like 2 years. They take time of around 2 years or 3 years for the degree. So I have that mark sheet and I have got it stamped and signed by my.
That is good enough. That is good enough.
Okay,
that's fine. Right. That is good enough. Now, moving ahead, people who are having work experience, correct? Now, you need to have your work experience certificate in terms of your relieving letter from the company, your appointment letter and relieving letter. That's very important, right? So we will not get into detail. Okay, I do not have relieving letter of this company. I have this. That is subject to a discussion at a later stage. But people who have work experience, please be clear on that. If you're working with X company, and you should have an appointment letter proper, and you should have a relieving letter from that particular company. Correct? So that is something which we will require. If you want to show that particular work experience, then those two documents are required. Now, whatever entrance exams you are coming from, whichever.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yes.
Sir, regarding the work experience you just said, currently I'm in notice period and my last final working day is 27th May.
Correct.
So I have asked them, my HR and my manager. So they said it will take like more than 3 weeks to get the relieving letter, or in our company, it's a separation.
See, that is fine. The nomenclature could be anything. But tomorrow, it may take 2 weeks or 3 weeks. But tomorrow, if you want to show that particular work experience of yours, you have to submit those two documents. One is appointment letter, one is relieving letter. Okay?
Yes, but on the day of orientation.
I'm not talking on the day. I'm talking in generic documents which you have to submit. It could be on the day. If you do not have one such document which you cannot produce on the day, people will take an undertaking from you and you will mention that, and within so and so date, I'll produce that document and you will submit that document. Right?
Yeah,
Yes, Anjali.
so if, okay.
Yes, Anjali wanted to say
Hello.
something.
Yes, sir. Just I was to clarify his question. When you will give, when the CV will be formed, for that verification, your salary slip, your joining letter, and your relieving letter will be required. So even if you're getting it after 3 weeks, it will suffice. But these 3 documents will be required.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Whichever.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes.
Sir, I started like my own restaurant also, but I do not have that the closing part, because during my entrance exam preparation, I just closed it down and started preparing for it. So, what will be the best solution for that? How can I present my experience?
We will take up.
Nirban, let me answer this. So, students who have been running their own firms or who have been working with their family business concerns have not been given admissions on the basis of their work experience, because we do not consider that experience. So, whether you produce or you don't produce, it does not matter.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Yes,
sir. Yes, sir. I had just one more question. So, if I'll be couriering some of my luggage or something to the campus, so what is the way? How can I get it over there?
you have a separate department which takes care of this, right? So if they have received the courier in your name, you have to go there, talk to them and get your stuff.
Okay. So they have a particular courier room sort of a facility in the campus.
It will be informed to you that this is a department where if you are asking from any such documents or any such things which comes from your home or wherever it may be, it will come to this particular place. You have to go talk to that person and get you.
So it's just basically personal cartons and stuff.
Sir, I would like to add something here. Yeah, so Sakshi, like if any courier is coming from your home, so usually your number and your details will be mentioned on the courier box, na? So whenever the delivery guy comes, he will call you first. And when he calls you and you just go and immediately collect it, then it's fine. Otherwise, if you ask them to like keep it, so they'll keep your courier boxes like near the entrance gate. There's a room, the guard room, where your boxes will be kept. If it's something valuable, like once my laptop came, so that will be like sent to a specific room and you'll get a call and you can just go and collect. And but if you're going like then and there when the courier guy calls you, then you can just collect it from the gate. It's not an issue. And this happens with all your other these delivery things also, like Myntra, Amazon, anything. So it's like that.
Thank you so much.
Before I.
Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, are you able to hear me?
Yeah, I'm able to hear you.
Yeah, sir. This question is in addition to the last question asked. Like, if somebody has a work experience, then he has to submit his relieving letter and the appointment letter and the salary slips. Means we have to submit for the last 3 months, or how is it so? Sir, then
The last drawn salary slip.
Only the last drawn, right?
Yes.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
So I'll just move forward.
Sorry to interrupt.
One more query.
Just a moment. Hold on. See, I'll just move to the next document part. Before that, I'll just take up one question in the chat. I don't know the name. He has written that he has received the acknowledgement email from the institute in terms of admission fee and first installment fee paid. Right. So he has received the acknowledgement. However, he has not received any kind of fee receipt, right? So see, the general practice is that banks are also habituated with this acknowledgement email, because if you have seen the acknowledgement email, which all of you have received for admission fee as well as for first installment, if you see, all the details of your payment are mentioned there, correct? It is not just a sentence. Your name, your application number, your program name, the amount, the date on which you have paid, all these are mentioned. So that is good enough to be submitted to bank. However, there could be one or the other banks which may insist you that we would like to have a fee receipt to process your loan, and that you have already paid. You need to show that to the bank. For that, and fee receipt is required. You send a request mail to admissions@iimthyderabad.edu.in, right? Give the institute 2 to 3 days time. You will receive that from the accounts department with institute seal and signature, right? I hope I have answered to your question.
Sir,
yes.
If in place of a salary slip, account statement can also be submitted. For the last drawn salary slip, last complete salary slip, I don't have. So we haven't been provided with that. So if account statement also works.
Yes, whatever document you have, which is good enough to justify that as an evidence, we are good with it. Now, right. Moving ahead. All of you have come through any one of the entrance exams, right? Which could be the CAT or could be SAT or could be CMAT or GMAT, because these are only the 4 exams that IMT Hyderabad considers, right? I mean, the schools and the percentile of these 4 exams. Now, all of you should bring the copy of your scorecard. That's mandatory, right? Now, your CMAT scorecard, CAT scorecard, SAT scorecard, that's please do not forget to bring that scorecard. You have to carry that scorecard, right? Now, moving ahead, please do carry sufficient copies of photographs with you, right? Please do not come up and say, no, I forgot, it's not there. So that is the reason, though I told you at the first place itself that you will be receiving mails where we will tell you what all documents you need to bring. But because we are together and we are discussing this, let us also be very clear. At least minimum, I'll tell you, without counting, at least 6 to 8 passport or stamp size photographs, please do carry with you, right? See, we will have different sessions in terms of for your iCard and for your other things. We will have that, but there may be a requirement of your photographs, so please keep that handy. Moving ahead, photo ID verification, right? Keep a couple of photocopies. If required, you have to furnish those, right? Because see, there would be situations where you want to take a new SIM, which you want to use it here. There will be counters of those SIM providers, telecom providers, which will put up on campus, right? So they would require some document from you, right? So then that point of time, what will happen is you have to go across the campus searching that I need a photocopy of this, I need a photocopy of that, I need a photographs, right? If you have ample number of photographs with you, if you have a couple of photocopies of your identification document, the process will be much smoother, right? I hope I have cleared why do you need those documents. Now, there is a yes, Pujashree.
I want to mention that the photographs should be of informals. That's very important.
Correct. If it is informal, it is for multiple use, others for other purpose also you can give. But if it is in casuals and all, always it cannot go. Right. Good Pujashree that you brought in here. Now, one more document which some of you might have heard about and all. I'll not go in depth into that document. You will receive a mail, you will receive a content for that. There's something which is a mandate from AICTE, and that's something called as an anti-ragging document, right? So people will send you that. When you receive a mail, you will receive that anti-ragging document, and people will also share with you screenshots and procedures of how to make that document. So you have to create that document, and you have to get your signatures, your signature, your parent's signature. And once you come to the institute, you have to submit that, right? So any one of case where while you are coming, your parents are not there, or any one of your parents is traveling and all, so you can get that signed and they can send it to you. But take it from me that is a document which has to be submitted. Correct? It is better once we send it to you, get that signed while you are coming, you carry the copy with you, so that all the signatures are duly done and the document is full. So it is something which is a mandate from AICTE, and you have to do it. Okay? So these are certain documents which I wanted to share with you that you need to bring along with you in terms of your academic documents, your work experience documents, your entrance scorecards, right? And this particular anti-ragging document. Right. Any questions on this?
Anirban, I'll just take 2 questions which are there in the chat.
Yeah, sure.
So there is a student called Ashish Tiwari, and Ashish Tiwari is asking, in the hostel room, are we provided fan? The answer is yes. Can we arrange anything else? The answer is no. Fan is good enough for you, Ashish. And let me tell you, Hyderabad has a very pleasant climate. So you land up in campus in June, and by March you go for your internship. March, April, May are supposed to be the hot months in Hyderabad, and by the time you come back, you are welcomed by the monsoon. So fan is there, and that is good enough. Then there is one more question. Just one moment.
Yeah, okay.
Just guys, hold on 1 minute.
Okay.
Jatin is asking, what if I am not able to complete my semester exams, or I am appearing for my exams before 20th? Now see, Jatin, this could be a special case or a one-off case. So in that case, Jatin has to write a mail to the academic program office, submitting or sharing your appropriate documents, and the academic program office will respond to you individually as to what is the way out. But these are special one-off cases.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sir, I just have a query.
Yeah.
Sir, actually, this is regarding the campus timings. Actually, will we be allowed to go outside campus during weekdays and weekends, or how is that?
You want me to answer Anirban, or you'll answer this?
No, you can take it.
Okay, so you can go out every day. Let me be very blunt and very clear. You can go out every day, but the academic activities and the things you need to do will be so much that you will hardly get time to go out. Point
Yes,
number
sir.
one. Point number two, you are coming to Hyderabad. Where are you coming from?
Chennai, sir, from Chennai.
Right. So you're coming from Chennai. You first get used to the campus. Then your friends from other places, then the seniors who are from other places, they will make you understand a lot of new things. And slowly you will understand when you can go out and when you cannot. We only go by the hostel rules. Beyond that, you are free to go whenever you feel like.
Okay, sir. Like if, for example, if I want to travel during weekends, can that happen, or is there any certain days only during which I have to travel if I want to go to my hometown or something like that?
See, there is one very important rule called you need to have 75% attendance in the courses that are conducted on campus.
Okay.
And once you join the program, let me tell you very clearly, we work 24/7.
Okay.
So the schedule will be shared with you well in advance. And if any course you are not having 75% attendance and you keep traveling to Chennai and keep meeting your friends, chances are you may not appear for the examination. And I don't think you would like to do that.
Sure, sir. Definitely.
Right.
Okay,
Somebody is asking, can I manage my job and also my studies simultaneously? Answer is no. You have to be on campus and it is a mandatory residential program. So Swapnil, you cannot manage job and also stay on campus simultaneously unless until you are doing something which nobody comes to know, which is not possible.
Sir, also one more query.
Go ahead.
Sir, is there any visiting hours for people if they want to come and visit? Is there any visiting hours for the campus, or is there anything?
Abhishek Mishra, please answer this. Is there a visiting hour where your friends can come and meet you?
No, sir. Not only friends, relatives, family members.
हाँ भाई, friends, relatives, and so on and so forth.
Sarvesh, it's the same time where Pooja mentioned daylight, they can stay with you during the day, but after a certain like 8 p.m. or 7 p.m. they would have to leave the campus. They can stay with throughout the day, but after 7 they would have to leave.
Okay. Thank you so much.
I would like to
I have
add,
one question.
1 second.
Hello.
I would like to add for your previous query that if you want to go out and stay out during the night time, you have to take special permission from the wardens. And if you are just going out and coming back before 11, then it is fine. You don't have to take any permission. If you are staying overnight, then you have to take permission from the wardens, which how to take and when to take. Those things will be conveyed to you shortly.
Yeah, that will be during
after
all
you join.
days, weekdays or weekends, anything, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
The last time to enter the hostel is 11 p.m. if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
Thank you.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
So my last working day is like 17th June. So it will take around 2-3 weeks to get relieving letter. So is there any problem?
I think Anirban already answered this, where he said that if certain documents you are not able to submit on the reporting day, you will be signing an undertaking. And on the basis of the undertaking, you will be informing the institution as to when you can submit. That is absolutely fine.
Yeah, okay, sir. Thank you.
Sir, I have one question, sir.
Go ahead.
Yeah, sir, like there is any shop nearby college or in college where we can, buy basic amenities like soaps or anything, or we have to visit the main market to buy those?
I think if I'm not wrong, there is something which runs in the campus itself, which is I think also managed by students, where you can buy your basic grocery, cookies, chips, and other things. And if it is anything more expensive and all, probably you can visit Shamshabad, or you even get these guys delivering on campus.
Exactly. You can easily order from Big Basket. There's not going to be any issue regarding that. You can order anytime and anything you want from Big Basket. Also, we have this canteen where they keep bare minimum things available. For example, soap, oil, biscuits and all. They keep a stock of it. Otherwise, you can order from Big Basket anytime.
Okay,
Yeah, that's correct. Along with the eatables, these shops on campus, they have the daily items and all. There is a question from Basudev, if I'm not wrong. Hi sir, I am from Hyderabad itself. Can I come and visit the campus before 18th? Yes, you are welcome, Vasudev. From Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can come see the campus, meet us, talk to us if you want, right? We'll be happy to talk to you, right? Yeah. Now, yes, Sagar, is there a question from you?
No, sir, no. Thank you.
Okay. Now, a very, very important question which has come up, right? I was just about to come to that particular in terms of the mess facility. So I just now have started seeing that in chat those questions are coming. Yes, so it's time that we talk about that. So you have a common mess and you have a cafeteria on campus, right? Now the mess is which institute mess, where students, faculty, everybody share the common mess. There could be separate places, dining areas, but it's all common. Now this mess serves you food 4 times a day: your breakfast, your lunch, evening snacks, and dinner. There are a couple of days wherein 3 to 4 times a week where you are served non-veg, and the mess at every day and during afternoon and all, they serve you both on those days, both veg and non-veg. And it's a mix of menu which is catered to south and west and north. Now let me tell you one very interesting component of this. I'm not very sure whether you guys are aware of this. You know what, this entire mess menu, right, is taken care by students. Students are the owner of this particular menu. There's a committee called MESO, comprises of students, right? They are the people who decide the menu, sitting with the mess guys as well as their warden or some other mentors, right, who are there to overview things, these things. They decide the menu for the entire month. They are supposed to look after the hygiene and all other factors of the mess, right? And it is under their purview that it runs. The next month, they changes the menu, they do this competition. That's a very interesting component of Institute or IMT Hyderabad, where it is entirely left to students to decide and handle these particular activities. And of course, under the guidance of senior professors. So that is something I wanted to tell it to you. So it serves you food 4 times. As I said, breakfast, lunch, evening snacks and dinner. And the cafeteria, which is a paid cafeteria adjacent to the mess, because you are allowed to sit in the library till late hours. Of course, in this kind of a forum, the business school, the library is where you would see students till late night reading, sometimes discussing. There are some common rooms where some kind of club meetings, events, they prepare for the next day cases, assignments and all. So there has to be some place which serves the food part. So that's what that cafeteria does, right? So cafeteria serves almost, if I'm not wrong, till 1. Aditi, any one of you? Pooja? I mean,
2 in the night.
1 to
2
a.m. till 2 a.m. the cafeteria serves food. So I mean that's one area where you will also find people having some of their discussions and all this. Adjacent to the cafeteria, you have an amphitheater. I'm not very sure how many of you are accustomed to that. So we all know about auditorium. So that's a closed part, auditorium, where you have all corporate events and all these things. So any kind of events which happens on open air. So that's what happens is amphitheater. Trust me, you will find in the evening, that's the best place of the campus. All event discussions, all club meetings are done in amphitheaters.
So let's keep some surprises for them.
Okay, right. So many of these guys, if I'm not wrong, Abhishek, they have either come to campus or some of their known people who are there in Hyderabad has come to campus, because I have been with them all through, right? Once they were in campus and all. So I have seen many of the people clicking photos and sharing with them.
Anirban.
Right. Yes, sir.
Please understand, we are living in a 24/7 connected world.
Correct.
Many of them may be knowing about the campus what you and me may not be aware of.
Right. Very true. So I'm done with the food part component and all. This purchase of utility items we have already discussed. On the day of your joining, those your options will be there, counters where you can purchase your items. And throughout the year, as your senior batch students are mentioning, that you will this cafeteria and there are departmental stores which caters to daily requirement needs also. Right. I'll just take a pause here if there are any questions pertaining to this area.
So Anirban, is there anything else we need to cover from our side? Or
no, we are almost done until and unless there are some other questions pertaining to some area, but we wanted to cover these areas, so we have covered.
Okay, so let me put one point and then we can take the questions.
Correct.
So guys, this session was done at the initiative of the people you see on the screen: Abhishek Mishra, Aditi Goel, Rishika Singh, Pooja Shri and others, because they have been responding to your queries, and they also wanted to create a formal platform where we could answer your queries, and for that we are doing this. And we promise we'll do one more session just a week before or maybe 10 days before you land up on campus, because I'm sure your queries are going to be there till you finally reach the campus. चाहे हम जितना भी बताएं वो आएगा और आना ही है. So we will have one more similar session and we will make an attempt to answer all your queries there, right? Now in the remaining maybe probably last 10 minutes of the session, if you have any specific question you can direct that, or probably after that we'll close it. And I'll just take one question before I ask others to pose their question. There is one question raised in the chat by Ritvik. During term break, is it allowed or advisable to visit home? Allowed 100%, advisable I don't know.
No.
Whether you will get time, God knows. Whether you can enjoy your vacation, it is up to you. But we don't stop you and we will not stop you. You can go, but you have to go keeping in mind the academic schedule. So I think between term 1 and 2 probably you may get a chance to go, but the moment you get into term 2 and term 3, I think home will not be on your menu. That is what I can say.
I have one query.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
just one moment. Samarth Gupta is saying, sir, where can we watch this session? So Samarth, I think will ask our IT team to create a video of this session, the one which is going on, and then probably we will post the recording of this session through an email, because there is an event happening on Saturday where there is going to be a very interesting session on personal branding. So probably you guys can attend that. And while we are sharing the invitation for that link, we will also be sharing with you the recorded video of this session where Anirban and team have painstakingly answered all your questions.
Yes, Arnav wanted to ask something.
What is the medical facilities available in the campus?
What? Yes.
Medical facilities.
Anirban, he is asking about the medical facility on campus. So
Okay.
medical facility, yeah, go ahead, you answer.
Yes. So see, I'll tell you all the medical facilities which are available on campus. So A is you have a proper clinic on campus, which is in the 3rd block of the hostel. We have a on-campus doctor. What I mean by that is, this doctor stays on the campus itself. He's a resident doctor. We basically call that as resident. It is not like that any doctor comes in morning and sits in the clinic for a couple of hours, they can late. He is there on IMT Hyderabad campus 24 hours. Third point, the institute has its own ambulance. They have the night drivers in case there is any emergency at home. All the students are having an insurance policy, which is applicable only when they are on campus. Other than this, we as an institute, we have the relationships and kind of, if you want to name it as tie-ups, we will have those relationships with the nearby hospitals and everything. So if there is an emergency and we feel that immediately we need to cater to that, we need to take you to there, that will be taken. I hope I have covered all the areas which you wanted to know in terms of medical. Yes?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, sir.
So one doubt.
Yeah, Danish.
So actually, sir, with my degree, I have received base sheet instead of mark sheet, sir, of all the semesters. So will that base sheet work, or I have to ask for the mark sheet? Because we generally don't get mark sheet from the university which has studied.
No, if that's the common protocol of the place from where you have studied that they do not, then we will accept that document. So that can be taken off as a one-off case wherein we'll see what all the documents you are giving and we'll check the validity of that, how well can we support it, and accordingly we'll.
Okay, sir.
Right. So there are few questions which I'll take up from the chat.
Anirban, there is a question which says, does the campus have Wi-Fi facility? I mean, this is a no-brainer. I think it's an hygiene thing. Yes, the campus has Wi-Fi facility. I did not even talk about it. And then somebody saying, do we always have to pay for the laundry, or you have to wash your own clothes? So Prakash, I think it's advisable that you wash your own clothes and iron them. But if you pay to somebody, I think you have to pay for the laundry. Yeah, Nirban, आपके chat में जो था आप answer करो.
Okay, so there are a couple of questions where I see that people are talking about migration certificate and transfer certificate, right? So, I mean, IMT Hyderabad may ask for that document. However, let me tell you, migration and transfer certificates are kind of documents where, irrespective of your forthcoming institute asks for it or not, you should always collect that from your previous institute, right? So because later on, say for example, now you have completed your graduation, you'll be coming to IMT Hyderabad, and the program will start from 20th and all. After that, always you'll not have that opportunity to go collect it. So this particular 1 month gives you a sufficient time at least to apply and collect it. In case you are unable to collect it, it doesn't come, at least your application is done. If you give an undertaking to any of your parents and all, they can collect it once it reaches from the university to your respective college. So it is always suggested that you apply for your migration or transfer. I hope I have answered that question. Swati.
Okay, right? Anirban, there is somebody asking ki, what about our books? Yes, so the answer is, at the start of every term, for all the courses that you're going to study in that term, your prescribed book is given to you in physical copy, which is your book. In addition to that, whatever reference material is required or whatever reference book is required is all available in the library. We only wish that you take the book, you give it the due honor and carry it. Don't dump it at the end of the semester or end of the trimester. All books are given to you. All the courses you have subscribed, for every course the prescribed textbook is given to every student a day after you have registered for that particular term.
And let me add to it. See, I mean, one more thing might come up to your mind. Do we need to have to pay for this? Is it separate? Do we have to pay to LRC to get these books? No, that's very much covered with your total program fee of 12 lakh 3,000. So as Sir said, you will be given textbooks for each and every course, right? And let me tell you a very important part which has happened of late in the library in last 2 years. Before pre-COVID era also, we used to have library facility which used to give students online facility, right? Because it was a practice that students will go for their internship, and that point of time also they should have an access to library. So that e-library concept was already there pre-COVID era also, right? What evolved during this post-COVID was e-books, right? So now what has happened is, along with textbooks, you also have an access to a lot of e-books. So that's an add-on factor. And as Professor has rightly said, the utilization of LRC, which is the Learning Resource Center, is at your state. The people will give you several platforms at these league of institutes to utilize resources. Yeah, that will be readily available. Making use of those resources, or rather I'll put it, making optimum utilization of resources is at your cost, right? So that's what Professor meant when he said that spending time in library, taking books, and making use of that. Right? So LRC is a fantastic place at this league. I mean, what all is not there? You name it and it is there. Database, softwares, journals, magazines. You need to be present and make use. Right? So that's what maybe we did not cover LRC as such, but now that that question has come up, we have covered in detail. So good that you had the question. Anything else, Professor? Any other question which you would like to take up from?
So probably let's take last two and then wind up, and probably we can take the other questions maybe in the next chat. So there is one question which says, what should be the minimum specification of laptop? I think when we share the mail on registration and all, we will also give you the details of the specification of laptop that you need to have. You do not need a high-end laptop because you're not coming from an engineering program, you're coming for a management program. And even if you're doing data science on campus, what is required will be specified through an email. Somebody is asking, will I also get a notebook and a pen? I think this is a very silly question. Say we are providing you textbooks, so pen, notebook and all, you have to have your own notebook and pen, and I need not specify on that. A student is asking, I come from a BTech background, so what I need to do? So you come from BTech background, I think you have to start orienting yourself to study business management, point number 1. If possible, start at least learning the basics of accounting, because that's going to be part of your course. And there is something which I was going to announce through an email, but probably I can share because students are there in the session. We are planning to conduct a session in the last week of this month, where we are going to invite a corporate who will inform the students as to why they have to read business news and what is the relevance of business news in a business management program. That is part 1. But we want to make it interesting. So the way we are going to make this interesting is, from a particular day in May till maybe 15th or 16th of June, we are going to ask all the students to read Economic Times, and we are going to create a test from the newspaper that you have read for those days, maybe about 50-60 MCQs, and ask all the students to appear for the test. Then we are going to pick the top 5 from the test, or maybe top 10 from the test, conduct a personal interview and declare first prize winner, second prize winner and third prize winner with really good cash incentive. Intention is to make you get oriented to learning and appreciating business news. Intention is not to give you the award. So that's going to be very interesting. Just wait for some time. You're going to get a detailed mail on that, and you start reading business news, guys. Even if the competition has not been announced, kindly get into that habit. That is mandatory. Now, Anirban, you can take if there is any other question, or probably you can close it.
I'll just take 2 more questions which I feel relevant to this particular context, and then we'll end this session, because anyway we are planning for one more session prior to 1 week or 10 days of their coming, so we can take some more questions. Okay, now somebody is asking, do we need to only bring the final year mark sheet or the year wise or semester wise mark sheet? So you need to bring year wise, semester wise mark sheet. Right. There may be universities or institutes with the final year mark sheet is sometimes a consolidated mark sheet which has all the years CGPAs or all the semester CGPAs, but it is always suggested that you carry all your semester or all your year mark sheets. That's A. B is second question. Somebody is asking, how do I come to know the dates of my subsequent installment event? Once you reach campus and register for the program, when you become a bona fide student, this particular details are shared with you by academic program office. So academic program office well in advance will give you dates of term wise events, right? I hope that is clear to you. So a student pays the admission fee and the post installment fee before the commencement of the program. The rest of the fees are you will pay as per term, and those dates will be well in advance given to you by academic program office post your registration in the program. Okay, I hope we can end the session here. If there are any questions, you can always write to us. By default, you have our email IDs, you have our phone numbers, right? So you can always call us or email to us. We will share that information, and eventually we will have subsequent sessions wherein if it is required regarding program specialization, and again relating to joining, if there are certain other doubts, we can always take up this, right? Anything else? Can we close this?
Yeah, so Anirban, we can close this, and I think we can request the IT team to kindly curate the video of the session which has been organized,
right,
and then share the curated video with the students. And let us end the session by asking all the students to kindly start getting serious.
Yes.
The time has come for guys to get serious, because another 1 month you are on campus, And before you realize, months will be gone, and then months will become quarters, and then quarters will become trimesters. So please start getting serious as soon as possible, and I really mean it. So we would love to welcome you at IMT Hyderabad, provided you love to enjoy rigor. Thank you and have a great time and a great night.
Rishika wants to add something.
Yeah, Rishika, go ahead. Rishika?
Yeah, I just, sir, I just wanted to say one thing.
Rishika, you're on mute.
Sir, is it audible now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention one last thing that guys, this session was kept for you all to, get all your queries resolved. So I believe that our professors are there also here to, help you out. And now if you if any one of you or the people, there might be people joining after this session as well, we will definitely be having another session. But till then, if the same query arises again, whatever we've solved today, we expect that you guys will help out the other students who are joining or were unable to join today or were missed out on some points. So instead of putting it again and again in the official group, the same queries, try to resolve it in your unofficial group. And if it is not getting resolved, you're always welcome to reach out to any one of us. So that was it, and welcome guys.
Yes, so just adding to Rishika's point, you have your unofficial WhatsApp group, right? Ask your queries there. उसमें भी आपका resolve नहीं होता है. We are always here to help you, but just make sure you're not asking the same query again and again, because we are into our internships and we've been working throughout the day. So you need to understand कि हम हमेशा free नहीं होते हैं answer करने के लिए. We might take some time, but we still try to do it, right? So that's the point. If you all can help your friends, your batchmates, please do it. If not, you can always contact us.
No, so here let me put a point. I can completely empathize with Abhishek. What these guys are going through. और उसके बाद भी आपके queries को answer करते हैं. That's commendable, because internship is a very serious business, especially in a management program. But I think these guys are doing a fantastic job in trying to help you in whatever queries you have. So great job guys, but I mean part and parcel of game, ऐसे ही चलते रहेगा. But very good point that you made, Abhishek.
Excuse me, sir.
Last question for the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sir, are the restrooms attached with the rooms or are they common?
Come again?
Sir, the restrooms are attached with the hostel rooms or are these common?
No, you have common rooms. You have independent rooms for your stay, but you share the washrooms with others.
Okay, sir.
Right then, let's call it a day. So thank you Anirban and the complete team. You are great motivated team of student volunteers. And let's also thank the participants for attending the session and raising your queries. We really appreciate that. And I think Anirban has very clearly mentioned any doubts, anything, you can always reach out to the admissions team, always there to support you. But I'll end again by saying, please start getting used to experiencing and appreciating RIGOUR, rigor. Good night.
Right.
Thank you,
you
sir.
all.
Thank you,
Thanks
Dhananjay.
Abhishek. Thanks Rishika. Aditi.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
you, seniors.
Thanks to all the students from batch 20 to 24. You're great. Look forward to see you on campus. That's
Thank you,
what
sir.
we are all are waiting for.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.